Good afternoon, hello, it's Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and I'm starting this week as I mean to go on. I'm being productive, I'm like smashing everything out, doing what I can, but I have to start this week off with with a complaint, to be honest, and this is to Liz. Liz, thank you for doing all the food shopping online every week. Really appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to eat without you. But why would you buy ripen at home bananas? Who the hell wants to ripen their own bananas at home? What advantage does this give anybody? I know I'm not feeling an advantage right now. Here's some food, Daniel, that you can't eat for the next week. Leave it in the windowsill. I think that's what you do to ripen bananas. And I don't know, check back in 5 days? What on earth? So on that note, it is lunchtime, it is Monday. Starting the week as I mean to go on, that's what I said. I'm going to walk to the shop now, a little bit of exercise. I know it's only strolling around, but it's better than just sitting on my backside. And I'm going to get some bananas, I'm going to get some squash, because that was missed off the shop as well. And I make this a big complaint, but you know, might as well. And I'm going to get some Strepsils, because Liz has been snuffly the last couple of days, and she said she was just tired. Well, let me tell you, Liz, you're not just tired, you're ill. Now I'm ill. Ugh. Let's get out there. Yellow bananas acquired, squash acquired. I also got a meal deal because just because of time I can just eat a sandwich rather than having to make some lunch. It's very time efficient for me, which is helpful today on a busy day. I was in the shop as well, and a really nice lady asked me, and came over to me, excuse me, I can see you're busy, but I thought I knew what this is normally. Normally it's, can you reach me something off the top shelf? Because being taller, that's what I get asked quite a lot in supermarkets. But it wasn't, it was she couldn't see very well and she wanted to look for a birthday card for her brother. So I looked at the birthday cards for her and she didn't like any of them, so oh well. Anyway, good timing. It is just starting to rain, so hopefully I'll miss that before I'm home. It's 5 weeks now since I last ran, and I do miss coming out at lunchtime and getting a sort of 4 or 5 miles done. I haven't actually ran this year, so we'll see. And if I look here, I also go past this every time I run down this street, and this motivates me for what I've got planned later this year. And there's an England flag on the other side, so yeah, really motivated to find my Wales. Keep it in my mind, come on. But anyway, enough of that rubbish. It is the evening time to train. Now, I've got a pretty, I hate when people say spicy session, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. It is a bit spicy, I think, maybe like Korma level. Right, so 40-20's is a session that you are probably familiar with if you do a lot of indoor training or even outdoor training. And it is essentially a block of efforts, which is 40 seconds, or sometimes it's 40 seconds on hard and 20 seconds off. Tonight, it's 20-40's for me. So it's 20 hard, 40 easy in seconds, times, I think I'm doing blocks of 20 and 3 blocks off. So it looks a bit like that. So the first one is, yeah, I think it is 20. I'm not going to count them. I think it's 20, 6 minutes easy, 20, 10 minutes easy, and then 20. And the on is, I'm going to say, only at 102% of FTP, so 357 watts. Now, I don't think, I'm going to eat my words, aren't I? I don't think that's that hard. In a 20-minute block, you're doing intervals of 20 seconds at just over threshold, and you've got double the interval time recovery. So in a 20-minute block, you've got 7 minutes at just over threshold with 13 minutes at just spin your legs around. Come on, surely that's not that hard. Let's get stuck in. So as per normal, no erg mode. This might be a session where I would be tempted to use it, just because I think what's going to happen is, particularly on the first block, when you up in your power for 20 seconds, I feel like I'm going to spike it too high, and that might be my undoing, whereas obviously erg would stop you doing that. The other thing is, looking at the session brief, is that I'm being instructed to not panic and force out the 20 seconds. I've got to focus on engaging the core, pedaling the full revolution, and staying controlled with it, and that this should be a bit of a, not a core workout, but I should be thinking about, pedaling consistently and evenly and not rocking around and doing all this sort of stuff. So it's just not moving, up to threshold, down, and you shouldn't really see any difference, is the session brief anyway, but perhaps I'll have a six-pack after this, who knows. Aside from the scratchy throat, feeling absolutely fine. Coming off the back of a few rest days, and then a real easy spin 2 days ago, then yesterday 2 and a bit hours mostly with Liz, so I should be ready to absolutely nail this.
Again.
first block's done. Am I going to stand corrected? Not yet. It was okay. The difficult bit is just getting up to the power. But once I'm there, it's like, oh, it's easier. It's just that initial acceleration. I guess that's one of the points of the session, right? So I'd imagine after another 40 of those, I might be feeling it a bit more, but definitely feeling okay. So let's get stuck into the second block. Two sets down, then one to go. It's not feeling easy, but it is feeling controlled, like it's a controlled level of difficult, and that's good. Now the temptation now is like, right, I feel good. Let me smash this last block. Let's go way above target and really empty myself. That does not set me up for a good day's training tomorrow, and I just know that this sort of session is going to be built upon. So like next week, I wouldn't be surprised to see 30-30, and the week after I wouldn't be surprised to see 40-20 the other way around. So I think I perhaps need to make the most of this. And I have got, you know, interval session tomorrow and interval session Wednesday, so this is probably built to be a slightly easier workout for me. So I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth and really screw myself over, because it is a good workout as it is. Anyway, 10-minute spin in between now. Let's get this last block on. Okay, session done and dusted. I'll leave the stats on screen as normal. 1 hour 36, a normalised power of 257 watts. Doesn't really matter, does it? A training stress score of 86. What other things do I want to look at? That's basically it. I'm now one of those insufferable people, aren't I, that's always got like a graph on Strava instead of just a random, like normally like my club rides are. That was good. What did I like about that session? I like that the 2040s really broke it up, and the time absolutely flew by. If you think about each block was 20 minutes at a time, I was just thinking 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds, and it flew by. That was good. And the fact that there was a lot of recovery in between each block just dragged that out a bit as well. So yeah, really enjoyed that. It wasn't that difficult, and my heart rate didn't get that high. I didn't get above like tempo heart rate. For me, in the minute, I'm flapping about. If my heart rate gets dead high, I feel like my blood clot in my gap in my mouth is going to go, because I had a toothache the other day. I know that is unlikely now. I'm nearly almost 5 days on. Very unlikely, but it is in my mind, so that helps me not lose the plot about, oh my god, my heart rate's so high. And yeah, I don't feel like that's taken too much out of me, but a training stress score of 86 is all right. It's not a really super hard session, but over an hour and a half, that's a good workout. 1,352 calories as well, which is something I am really thinking about at the minute. I'm going to go have some dinner, and then, or tea if you're up north, and then I'm going to go for a swim, but I'm going to end today's video there. So I will leave the swim stats on screen. I'm thinking I'm going to do 2K just steady, first swim since that, and first swim for a week, just to get back into it, get the feel for the water and all of that. I feel okay, cold-wise, don't feel like I'm getting too under the weather, but I'm half expecting to wake up tomorrow worse, so, you know, who knows. Right, thank you very much for watching. Hope your training's going well. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for some more of this.